Successful video checklist. Hydro flask, heating pad, notebook, laptop. Oh, and crisscross applesauce. Gotta be cozy. So I wanted today's video to be about my apartment hunting experience, and I love looking into architecture and seeing what different areas and homes and things look like to begin with. So the fact that I have the opportunity to move in July, I've been looking around at quite a few places. I think it's around 10 or so, and the one that I ended up choosing is actually in this video, so I want you guys to try to guess which one I chose. With that being said, I did have quite a few focus points while shopping. Price had to be under $1,300 a month for rent. I wanted a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but it was negotiable. Location was also very important to me. I wanted to be close to work and family. I wanted wood flooring, and washer and dryer absolutely had to be included. That was a non-negotiable for me. So the next part is actually my favorite, which is going on the actual tours and reviewing/rating them. There were 3 main components that came out of me providing the 5-star rating essentially, and that was based on price. I wanted it to be lower. I did set the bar a bit lower because I want to be able to save so that I can eventually buy a house and put money down for that. Next thing was community, the area as far as like me going grocery shopping, the actual exterior of the community, I wanted it to be relatively nice. And then of course the interior, I didn't want it to be too cookie cutter to where I can go to 10 different complexes and clearly tell that they all have the same builder. Starting out with option 1. I would like to start this by prefacing that this was the first place I toured. So expectations were here. Expectations here. Mistake number 1, and I made the mistake 2 or 3 times out of the 10 properties that I looked at. I didn't call and specify the pricing for the unit that was listed online. The pictures that they shown and were available were for what's referenced as the diamond package. And the ones for the pricing that I was looking at for, it was between $1,200 and $1,300, was for the base model, which is nowhere near as beautiful as this one. It's not renovated at all. But let's just like take a moment. Look at this beautiful kitchen with the marble cabinets, the super high ceilings. It has the wood flooring, the washer and dryer, super spacious. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom with a loft that's included upstairs. And the square footage on it is 756 square feet. And just look at it. It's just so aesthetically pleasing throughout. So you guys remember how I said I kind of got pranked twice? Same thing happened with this one, where I looked online and it said that the listing was $1,300. Even when I called, the man had told me that it was $1,300. But once we got the actual expenses worksheet with all utilities and every other thing that they include in your monthly rent, the price went from this $1,300 amount to $1,600. So I was like, absolutely not. So this one overall, very beautiful as well. It does have the darker tones that I'm not usually used to. When I go for colors, I usually go for gray wood flooring. It's my personal preference, but this still was absolutely gorgeous. The kitchen was beautiful. The fridge, the gas stove tops. I would say though, the room and the bathroom, it was very subpar. There was nothing very like, oh my gosh, about that. It was like, we toured a couple of other places and they had a lot of similarities in that manner as far as the overall build of what the interior looked like. But that was option 2. So next one, I'm not even gonna lie, option 3 was one of our top choices. However, I didn't record a video for this place because this was also very subpar as far as the interior goes, but it was like a hop, skip, and a jump away from where I live now. And community is Interior, This, however, was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit, and the square footage was 943 square feet. So that's a good chunk of space for it to be $1,300 a month. Y'all, pray for me on this one. It's gonna take a lot out of me to get through this. The pricing was $1,400, so it was a little bit over the threshold as far as what I wanted to pay. Again, it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. However, the structure and the layout, you could tell that they focused a lot on making sure that the kitchen and everything was super beautiful, and they kind of sacrificed making that part super extravagant and minimized the actual rooms themselves a lot. This one, it kind of the same thing happened as far as we were given a price and it was for the non-renovated model. So after this happened to us again, I made sure on every time that I would call, I would say, is this exactly what it looks like? Is this for a base model? Is this for a renovated? I just want to make sure the price doesn't match your picture. Community, I rated it relatively low because it was an unassuming home. That's the nicest way that I'm gonna put it. Unassuming, because you look on the outside and you're like, ooh. So next is option 5. This was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom for 884 square feet. This one I did like. Overall, it was relatively nice. However, they didn't have any of that specific unit available for our date range. So when they did show us the other units, we were like, we're okay, thank you. And kind of moved along. One thing that I did want to mention though, when we did tour it, it is 884 square feet, but just how it was structured, the space wasn't utilized very well, because you were in that big of a space, but the rooms honestly felt like this small when you were actually inside of them. So moved on from that. So this place was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and it was 1,037 square feet overall. So it was definitely the most spacious one that we toured. However, like I mentioned in the very beginning, I didn't want to settle for something that was super cookie cutter or that I could find a million of the same thing. And that was this place, if that makes sense. As far as the pricing goes, it was $1,400, which was out of my realm or range as far as what I wanted to pay. So I had to move on from this one. The community though overall was super cute and quaint, but again, the inside, it was very nice and checked a lot of the boxes, but was super cookie cutter. Guys, this place was a sham. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 600 square foot unit. It felt very New York. So there was no air conditioning within the entire unit. It was like a centralized, I think that's what it's called, when you have like a unit or a box to cool you off. That racks up. That's expensive. The pricing overall was very moderate. However, the overall area, the kitchen, the stove, literally this big. It was this big. Like there's no way, because James and I, we really enjoy cooking, so there would have been no way that that would have worked for us at all. But yeah, are you listening to me? But yeah, that place overall wasn't our favorite. Community wasn't our favorite, and there were a lot of like really weird things that kept happening that we were just like, it's in the stars, this is not meant for us. Okay, that's fine. Not meant for you. Okay. Got it. Okay, moving on from that one. It looked super updated and nice, and then when we actually got there, we were like, what is this that you're giving me? Yeah. Option 8. Option 8 couldn't have been a bigger scam. I've never experienced such a huge scam in my entire life. The pictures are all in black and white, so we were like, I wonder why it's like that. It's kind of mysterious, but we were like, let's still look into it. photographs that you're seeing look beautiful, right? Hand it over. Give me the compliment. It looks good, right? We got there and it was a joke. The guy we asked to do tours and he had us tour places that were completely barren. They were in the middle of being constructed, but he was like, this is what I have. Use your imagination. And literally there was nothing that was in there. There was nothing that was in there. The community, it was an abort mission. It was honestly an abort mission. I put question marks for the rating because we couldn't rate it. There was nothing to rate. There was nothing at all to rate. He was like, so this is where the cabinets would go. If you guys take one thing from this video, always ask for an in-person tour. Always. If they don't offer it, say 9. Say no. Don't even sign anything. Don't do it. Option 9. This is our final unit that we are going to look at. This one is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. As you can see, a reoccurring trend for places that I was looking into all had stairs, weirdly. Apparently I think that's nice or cool. So that's this one. It has wood flooring, super high ceilings. The pricing is only $1,200, and the kitchen overall, very large, nice bathrooms. Only thing, and I'm sure you saw it in some of the other ones, the double-decker washer and dryers, not the biggest fan of. I don't like those, but I mean, they're doable. It's not like it's better than not having one at all, right? So that's this unit. It's super cute. I love the little stairway leading you up. I love the high ceilings, letting all that light in, and that's option 9. What was that? I'm gonna watch that back. I don't know. I'm tired, can you tell? I really wasn't lying when I said I was tired. So that was the completed video. Let me get to better lighting. I've got respect for you guys. Oh, that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Sometimes it's hard not to notice.
Oh, and watch all of the bloopers of me struggling to get this done. This is happening while I film my apartment tour video. Welcome guys, if you are now range, and then that's what I just said.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
It sounded so ugly.
I have an audience in my background.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.